Hey guys, sorry to be here, and so this is a lot to talk about actually. Wow, where do I even start? So Friday, that was Halloween. That was something. It was really fun. I went, believe it or not, 14-year-old went trick-or-treating. That's not weird. Not yet, that is. So I did go trick-or-treating. It was really fun. I didn't have a costume, so I just used what was around the house. So I went in a sweatshirt and sweatpants. I have a winter hat that has like gloves in it, so it's a hat, but then it comes down, and so you can put like your hands in it, so like the hat and gloves at the same time. It's really cool. And it was it's like a leopard, but it has ears on it. And then I had some help by someone to put little nose stuff here and like little whiskers, so that I'm a pink cat. People thought I was in my pajamas, so not in my pajamas. But yeah, it was actually really fun. I went with my friend and her friends, and I actually became really good friends with them. And when we came back from trick-or-treating, we weren't gone very long actually. We only went to a few houses, and then we're like, now what? we don't know where else to go. So we just kind of like stopped after that, and then we came back, and like our neighbor, he's at my friend's house, and he's drunk, and so it's just like, what? And he's like, go jump on a trampoline. I'm like, trampoline? And he's like high-fiving the ceiling when he's trying to high-five Jesse. I'm like, Jesse, can we go somewhere else? She's like, yeah, let's. So we got all the girls over to Aquatic, and then there was like some black car there. We're like, I looked at them, I'm like, is this creepy? Or am I just really paranoid at night? They're like, yeah, it's Halloween, there's a black car there, that's never good on Halloween. We're like, yeah, let's go. So we went back, and he was gone. I think he was gone, I can't remember. And so we just hung out for a little bit, then I left right after one of her friends did. And so that was really it. So that's what I did for Halloween. That was my Halloween night. And then I went home around like 10 o'clock. So it was like 10:29. I came home, and I was like, there you are. I was like, yeah, I was over at Jesse's this whole time. And I'm like, it's true. So we went on trick-or-treating. We went to her place, and we were just like, now what? And we were just like laughing, having fun. It was fun. Okay. Now, I just wanted to get Halloween out of the way, because I figured, you know, Halloween just happened, and I was gonna make a video. I even like wrote it down somewhere, but I lost the paper. So like, and then I got caught up with other things and forgot. So I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Kind of tired. I just did a video, so I'm exhausted from doing the video. Actually, I just ate something because I haven't eaten much today. I've only had cookies all day, believe it or not. My breakfast and lunch were cookies. I am not joking with you. I had cookies for breakfast and lunch, and that was it. I didn't really eat today. I've had stomach pain. Well, this morning I had stomach pain, but it's for my gluten sensitivity I have, so I can't really eat much. Anyways, but I made a video, and I'm exhausted. I just had a drink and something to eat. And the video is called Sticks and Stones. I posted it for a really good reason. It's a good cause too. So you're probably like watching it like, what? She doesn't seem like the type of person that posts this. Actually, believe it or not, I am the type of person that would post that, because I obviously did. No, I posted it because it reminded me of people who are like, they get bullied, like, because if you like really pay attention, it kind of reminds me of it. It's just the lyrics, really. I had to like look at the lyrics because I couldn't understand what she was saying. It was just like, to the ground, and I'm like, to the ground? What's to the ground? So I looked up the lyrics. I'm like, these lyrics are amazing. I'm like, not like amazing, like, you know, whoa. Sorry about that. I dropped my glasses. But yeah, it was really cool. I looked up the lyrics on there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this one because people, I feel a lot of people get bullied around this time of year for some reason. It happened in 6th grade around this time of year. My friend got bullied in 6th grade, and I felt terrible about it. I didn't know what to do. And well, I just like after a while, a few days go by, and thought maybe, you know, maybe if he didn't respond to him, like maybe if my friend, I've known him since preschool, and I was helping him out. Me and him like help each other out all the time. Like we used to help each other out all the time, but he's got bullied so much that when people bully you, it changes you. It really, honestly, it changes you. My best friend, I've known him since preschool, and he's never been the same since he got bullied. He used to be, no offense to him, but he was really, really nice before, and now he can be very mean. Sometimes he can be even obnoxious, and it's not his fault. Like, he got bullied, and bullying, sometimes it changes a person, and they can't really, I guess they can't really like tell that it's changed them, but it has. And I don't think my friend realizes it, and I feel terrible about it too. It also makes me think maybe I shouldn't have let this kid bully him for a few days. Because in my mind, I was thinking, well, I don't want to get myself involved in this, because what if the kid starts bullying me next? But then it just kept getting worse as the days went on. I'm like, I turned to my friend, I'm like, I can't let this happen. And he goes, what? And I'm like, it's getting worse and worse. You need help. I'm like, I'm going to get a teacher. They're going to help you get through this, okay? And he goes, no, you don't got it. I'm like, Andrew, and I'm like, do you want this to keep happening to you? And he goes, no, not really, but you don't have to do it. I'm like, well, I do. If you don't want this to continue, you need someone to help you with this. So he goes, all right, fine, but I really wish you wouldn't. I'm like, it's fine. I guarantee after I tell the teacher about this whole thing, you're going to get this sorted out with this kid, and then he's going to leave you alone. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. He goes, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm sure, as I like unicorns. And we both know that's a lot. He goes, okay. So, I go get my science teacher. I had science with her. And after science, I pulled her off to the side and told her the whole thing. And after that day, I've never heard anything about this kid. This kid has stayed away from both me and my friend. I'm like... And then, like, a week later or two, like, he comes up to me. I'm like, problems? And he goes, no. He goes, actually, I just want to come over here and thank you. He has left me alone. He's scared of me now. And I'm like, ha. Like, well, if you ever need me for bully problems, you know who to go to. He goes, true. And that was really the last time I ever helped someone with the bully issue. But it was big for me because I'm not usually big on talking in school. I have opened up since 6th grade, though. And I'm in 8th, so 2 years I've kind of open up more. But I was like extremely, I think I was like really bad. And when I had the special teacher I had, and she was really cool. I really liked her. I actually didn't mind getting pulled out of class with her because she was just awesome. I didn't like getting pulled out of, I still don't like it when teachers pull me out of classes. And she was the only teacher actually that I trusted with. So she was my first teacher I actually really liked. Well, besides my kindergarten teacher. And she heard about it during a parent-teacher conference, and she found out, and when she did not believe what she was hearing, like, because my mom went to a parent-teacher conference. She didn't bring me. I forget why. I think it was like only like a parent thing, whatever. And she found out about what happened because they all started talking about it. The science teacher brought it up, and then the math teacher knew about it, and like the math teacher knew, and most of my teachers knew, and that one teacher was like one of the only ones that didn't know. And when she found out, she was like shocked, and she's like, Julia helped this kid out. And Mom was like, yeah, she helped him out. She's like, wow, I didn't think, I mean, I can understand any other kid that's talkative, but Julia, really? Like, I'm like, well, now I'm curious. People get like bracelet things, and they're like, these go to like the bad kids who don't even do anything in school. I'm like, and I help out one kid, I don't even get a bracelet? Really? Like trustworthy or kindness or something? I don't know. Because the 6th school is a character. I only know trustworthy. But yeah, that's why I wanted to put the sticks and stones up there, because it just reminds me of that kind of stuff. And I'm just, you know, I know for a fact I get angry when people like bully me, but not many people have actually. I have been bullied. Not really bad. I think it's just like a tiny bit, in my opinion. I don't really know. My bully story, I've had a few, but they're very minor. Like, they're not really like big ones, like huge. When I was 9, we had this house where If you were like, this is the house right here, right over off to the side over here was the playground. We had there was like a playground right there in our neighborhood, so I was allowed to go to that one. And then our house is here. There's a playground here, and then just a few houses away there was another playground. So I was allowed to go to those 2 playgrounds. And I was going to one of them. I had just coming back from the one that was near my house, but my brother kept knocking on the window because he was 3. And it kept bothering me that he kept knocking on the window, so I went over to the other one. I was just about to go over to the other one. I passed my neighbor. The kid comes out. The neighbor, there's a kid there, comes out with a water squirter. And I thought maybe it was only one type deal because it's summertime. So I didn't think anything of it. He sprayed me. It didn't bother me the first time, but then he did it every single time I went outside. I could not go anywhere by myself without him water squirting me. But if my parents were there, I would see him, and he had a mischievous look on his face, and I'd just ignore it, but I never thought that he would actually do that to me. And I'm like, he ruined one of my sunglasses. I have 2 nice pairs of sunglasses, actually. It was a mistake, but I had lost one pair, so I used the other one that I had found. And I had put it on, I was riding my bike, and he sprayed me. I was so angry. Oh my gosh. And then there's another time, I always had this thing where I would get dressed for church, and then I'd come home, quickly do my hair, and then take off with my dad to church. Well, I had dressed all nice for church, and still able to be playing around, because it wasn't nice like clothes, like dress or skirt. I'm not a big dress or skirt person, so I'm not that type of girl. So I would just ride my bike over to my friend's house. I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna go over down the street. My friend, I'm gonna go hang out with him for a little bit. Then I'm gonna wear my watch, and then I'm gonna come home. He goes, all right. So I grab my bike, I take off. Just as I'm ready to leave, because it was like a little like parking lot type thing, I grab my bike off the ground that was on the grass, and I say, I have to go, and the kid keeps going in front of my bike, and I'm like, I have to go to church, I can't get out of that. And I'm like, I have to go. And he goes, well, no. And my friend, he's trying to stop him. He goes, no, it's fine, let her go. She'll probably be either back later or she'll come by tomorrow, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'll come by later. Like, if I can't come by later, I'll come back tomorrow. He goes, well, I don't trust her. And then, just as I'm like, well, too bad. I'm like, I gotta go, though. I'm gonna be late. My dad's gonna be angry. As it is, he's probably either just getting almost done with the shower or just coming out of his shower. I'm like, I gotta go. So as soon as I got on my bike, start pedaling, suddenly I just feel wetness go all down my back. And next thing I know, I'm drenched, head to toe, with water. And I was also very angry because those were my only clothes, because all my clothes were in the wash. I was so angry and upset, and I come in the house and my mom's standing in there, and standing in the kitchen, because we had the way it was set up. There was these 2 stairs you went up, and then there was these 2 doors right here, but they both led to the same place. You go through this one, it brought you to the dining room. You went to this one, it brought you to the living room. And so I think I went through this one, and my mom was standing right there in the dining room. And she saw me drenched, and I'm crying, and my mom's like, what happened to you? And I'm like, I tried to leave, and that kid next door went and sprayed me, head to toe, and I told him I had to go. And now I don't have anything to wear because all my clothes are in the wash. I was so angry, and then I just remember my clothes had just come out the dryer, and it was already too late. I was so upset, and my dad, he realized how upset I was, and he goes, we can't go like that, no. So I was so bad. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. There was that time. Then I hadn't been bullied after a while. I wasn't bullied since then. Then 4th grade came around, which wasn't that long after, actually. And there was this teacher, I really liked her as well. She was really awesome. She did songs for people, and like she had this like songbook, and if she could find people's name in a song, she would have us listen to it. And she finally had found a song with my name in it, and she said it reminded me exactly, like, this is her words, it reminded me exactly of Julia. That's exactly what she said. And so we were listening to it, and I was sitting in the back. I always sat in the back of the rug, and there was this kid who was in front of me, I was just curious, you know, and we had a little bit of talking time, and I had asked him what time it was, and then he's like, well, can't you read them? Like, actually, no, I can't. I was never taught. Last year, I was absent a lot, so I missed out on how to read clocks. And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And I'm like, but I'm being serious. I don't know how to read them. And then he taps his friend on the shoulder and he goes, did you hear that? She can't read the clocks. And then they both start cracking up laughing. And I'm crying because they're laughing at me because I can't read the clocks at school. They're the hand clocks. I can't read them because I've never gotten taught how to read them, because when they were getting taught how to read them, I had literally gone in for surgery because I had something under my tongue and I had to get rid of it. Otherwise, it would have choked me to death. And so I was out when they were teaching it, and I never got taught. And the kid was making fun of me because I was never taught how to do it. And the teacher, she was really angry because she literally just finished the song with us. And she goes, do you know how hard it is to find a song that has someone's name in it, especially hers? And I'm just sitting there crying, and then he goes, oh, I thought she had a piece of my shoe. And I'm like, but no, that's not. And then I couldn't even speak properly because I was so upset. The teacher goes, you know what? No, just no. I don't care what the situation is. You made her upset. And the kid ended up staying in for lunch. I'm like, oh, burn. And then the last time, I don't really know if this is a bully thing. I was sitting in a class, actually the next year after that, so like 3rd through 5th, really. Those were terrible years for me. Another kid, she was sitting next to me, and we had desks, and I didn't realize what she was doing, but I was paying attention to what the teacher was saying, and I was trying to do my own work, and she was writing something, and I was ignoring it. I thought she was doing her own work, so she didn't bother me, I didn't bother her. And next thing I know, there's a hand on my shoulder tapping me. I look over it, and it's her. She goes, look in your desk. I'm like, huh? She was like, look in your desk. So I back up a little bit in my chair. I look and I see a folded paper. I'm like, and I reach in, I grab it, and I unfold it. I read it, and in letters, I see the words, I hate you. And I'm like, I close it up, I put it in my bag. And I'm just like staring, like in shock, like, what? And then the announcements went on after that. I told my mom. My mom told me to go to the guidance counselor about it or something. So I went to one of my favorite teachers that year. I told her the situation. She brought me down to the guidance counselor because I was never a bad kid. I never knew where it was. So she brought me down. Brought the girl as well. And then talked about it. And she goes, oh, it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm like, you told me to look in the freaking desk. I looked in and it said, I hate you. How was that a joke? Anyways, it's getting... oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'll be able to post this thing. Dang it. I talk too much. Well, that's all for this video. Stay forever unicorn. And more music videos actually will be coming. I have a lot more I want to do. That's not the only one. But I just wanted to do that because of that bully reason. And bullies out there, you know, just don't bullies. No reason to. You know, you're not doing anything to better yourself. You're just making things worse. So anyways, I gotta go. Be forever unicorns. Hit subscribe. Yeah, so feel free to subscribe. Feel free to share, to like, to leave a comment what you thought about this video or my last video. I don't know. Goodbye.